Jimmy Lee Swaggart was born on March 15, 1935, in Ferriday, Louisiana, to a sharecropping, music-loving Pentecostal family. Raised on hard work and gospel harmonies, the young Swaggart began preaching from the back of a flatbed trailer in the mid-1950s while touring Southern churches with his teenage bride, Frances. By 1971, he had turned a 30-minute local telecast into a nationwide program and later launched the Sun Life Broadcasting Network, selling more than 15 million gospel records along the way. Meteoric rise and the first public fall. At his 1980s peak, Swaggart's sermons aired on 250 stations. His crusades filled sports arenas, and annual ministry revenue reportedly topped $150 million. That empire cracked in February 1988 when private investigators photographed him outside a Metairie, Louisiana motel with sex worker Deborah Murphy. Days later, the teary "I Have Sinned" television confession became one of the decade's most replayed clips. The Assemblies of God suspended and ultimately defrocked its star evangelist, severing a 30-year denominational bond. Round 2, the 1991 Indio incident. Swaggart never regained his old reach before fresh scandal hit. On October 11, 1991, California police cited him for driving on the wrong side of the road. Passenger Rosemary Garcia told reporters she was a prostitute the preacher had just hired. This time, the embattled pastor bristled. "The Lord told me it's flat, none of your business." Viewers fled, donor dollars dried up, and Bible college enrollment plummeted. Though he kept preaching at Family Worship Center, the twin scandals would define his public image for the next 3 decades. Lesser-known flashpoints. While the sex scandals grabbed headlines, critics also questioned Swaggart Ministries' reported 1980s support for Renamo, a rebel force accused of war crimes in Mozambique. Documents recovered from a captured guerrilla camp included Portuguese translations of Swaggart's book, How to Receive the Baptism in the Holy Spirit, sparking allegations that his organization funneled aid to the insurgents, charges the ministry denied but never fully escaped. Health battle, heart attack, and an anxious holding pattern. The 90-year-old televangelist's past returned to the spotlight after he suffered a massive cardiac arrest at his Baton Rouge home on Father's Day, June 15, 2025. Son Donnie and grandson Gabriel performed chest compressions until paramedics restored a heartbeat, but Swaggart was placed on a ventilator in intensive care. As of June 22, 2025, the family says his condition remains critical. In a June 18 Facebook video, Donnie described a holding pattern with no change, urging supporters to keep praying. He noted one hopeful sign his father briefly blinked in response to a question, calling it evidence that the Lord is still working. Whether Swaggart recovers or not, the unfolding bedside vigil has reignited debate over a man who inspired millions, yet stumbled publicly, proof that in the internet age, history never stays in yesterday's headlines. For followers, the prayer is for healing. For critics, the question is how his legacy will balance between soul-stirring sermons and headline-grabbing sins. Either way, Jimmy Swaggart's story reminds us that charisma, controversy, and faith can coexist, sometimes uncomfortably, under the bright lights of modern media.